From Deer Valley, we're here for the title match of the Arizona Doubles Classic. 4 really talented bowlers left in the scratch division. 9-time champ Randy Cote shooting the odd frames for his team, as his partners will combine to do one 10-frame game. Randy doing all the odds, and his partner Brian Van Sickle doing all the evens. Once again looking to finally break through for that first career JBT title. Their opponents, though, top seeds Lucas Rabb and Dave Sirigliano, have something to say about that. Lucas looking for his first scratch win. He's got a couple handicap titles. Dave, of course, looking to fill the one big flaw in his resume of no JBT wins. Lots of law for Van Sickle. 10 in the pit for Van Sickle. Handicap match just finishing up. Mark Sauvé and Philip Sauvé shot 197 plus pins for 212, and the best CJ and Gavin Holder can do is 190, so they're going to finish up in 3rd place today. And Philip and Mark will advance to take on Connor and Kyle in an all-brother title match. Brother versus brother. A fraternal title match. Whoa! Solid 5 for Lucas Rabb over there. Bowling on London, oh, get that on camera. A very burnt out London. I don't think we just missed that. CJ made a washout in a really weird way. It's not going to matter. Lucas came oh so close to winning that title last month with a runner-up finish at Desert Sky. No problem with the 5-pin. So London is long with a narrow strip, and once that starts to evaporate, you really got to search to find some oil to get the ball through the front mids. Dave with a just classic physical game. He knows how to be very soft at the release point, which is what you have to do on this pattern. Right around the 5th arrow, just let the ball fall back, and wow, beautiful shot. Leaves a solid 9. Bad break for Dave and Lucas. Philip and Mark, stick around. Connor and Kyle right now. 2 balls on each lane, please. I like your style, boy. You just emphasize what I say. I like that. You said no. I like that. So Randy, of course, married one of our best female bowlers of all time, Brianna Caldwell. Brianna finished up her JBT career with 10 titles. And reminder, I just said that Randy has 9. So you think he doesn't want this win? Oh man, and a great break here. And one of the greatest characters of all time in JBT history will tiptoe off the lane there. Yes. You can. You finish in the top 5. He bought that too. So Randy got that incredible break with the squasher. Let's see if Van Sickle can consolidate. Brian has thrown some bad games in title matches. He's also received some horrible luck in title matches. They caught a great break in the last time when Justin Song opened, which sealed the fate of Song and Mark Myers in the semifinal. See if Brian can make it 4 in a row. Beautiful shots, wow. Far and away tops our unofficial list of best non-winners. Forrest Holland, way back in California, was the first bowler to top that unofficial list. It is definitely Brian's now, and he would love that not to be the case 10 minutes from now. Oh man, you're the friend of the top 5 bowlers. Lucas with, both Lucas and Dave with less rotation, hand rotation, than Randy and Brian, but notice that they're all playing on top of each other. It's just really a matter of waft is the only difference there. Lucas and Dave don't need that extra loft, so they're still able to lay the ball down in a sort of conventional way. Brian, with just a ton of torque, really needs to loft the ball to about the arrows, while Randy kind of between all of those bowlers. Hall of Famer, done some coaching, pro shop owner, done it all in the bowling business. Oh! A little adult love slapping out that soft 10 there. Very nice. Those kids throw those wicked messengers. David just gives it the little kiss of enjoy there. So great match here, brewing and scratch. Randy always grew up bowling with one hand, switched to two-hand, had some success, and I never understood why, because he puts plenty on the ball one-handed, as you see. Just can't throw it any better. My goodness. High quality stuff on a pattern that did not play that easily. Gavin, would you do me a favor, please? Would you ask them to clear all the scores from 27 and 28 at the desk? Thanks, bud. All right, guys, handicap difference here is 10. Yes, I gotta do this ball. I know, that's what I'm saying. Handing out the flex to Gavin and CJ there, back in action here. Lucas, another pretty good shot, didn't quite corner, leaves that 2-pin. It's an odd combination because you have to be soft with the ball because it wants to grab on all parts of the lane, but you still got to get the ball to corner from very deep inside. All these guys excellent form. Lucas no exception, also very smart to go hard and straight at that 2-pin. Covers it up nicely. As a team, they trail though by 31. Thanks to that hot front 5 start. Srigliano with a strike in the first, 9 spare in the third, strike in the 5th. You have to make good shots, and you have to make a really educated guess and use your practice shots well. Man, Baker goes fast. You only got 5 frames per bowler to get this figured out.
Okay, you're done now. Nice shot. Yeah, but since I'm done, Phil has to finish.
Oh! First, he loves senior. He said it before I said it, so now I can say it. Senior carry. First, he love taps out the 10, then he caves in the 4-9. He's loving that left-hand lane, keeping his team alive in the match. I just said adult carry. He went to senior carry. That was all Dave, not me. Let's see if Randy has the answer. No. So what happens is that stripe of oil that was left has sort of also pushed down the lane. The resin balls absorb a lot of oil, but there's still enough volume to push it all the way down the lane. And if you don't get through it right, this is what happens. Everything that's left in the crowd. Jacob Buttriff wants a beer. Oh, come on now. Even Jacob's got his hand up for this 5-pin. Randy says, there shall be no beverages. So cool to see so many alumni from 22 years of JBT bowling at this tournament, sticking around and watching the finals as well. Bowlers that have gone on to superstardom like Jacob and Brianna in that shot. Bowlers who may not have done that but have still had excellent careers in bowling, and those who don't even bowl that much but still come back and see us. It's really cool every year. Van Sickle gets the 8-10 to cave in. Wow. It's a thin line to play between 10 in the pit and an 8-10 over there, but they got the hits they need. Now really the onus on Rab here. They're going to start to run out of frames if he can't get this strike in the 8th. Nice ball, Lucas. if Brian does win this title, Lucas would have to be one of the people as we start to formulate the next list of best non-winners in scratch. But a long way to go before we have a champ determined here. Dave and Lucas can still strike out for 248. Randy and Brian going at a 238 pace. Excellent bowling in a field that contained many, many pros. Buttrick, Blanchard, Cote. Semi-pros like Kyle King. These are the guys standing. Oh, man. Everybody's going to go get their senior card. He's done it all in 3 frames. Flat 10 popped out. 4-9 caved in. A little trip 4. What is he going to save for the 10th? Like we saw, or like we see in all of our doubles tournaments, these adults really want to win for their junior partners. Little tight. Wow, and you see what happens when you try and help the ball just a little bit. It's going to go super high every time, and the tricky 310. Yeah, Mark Sauvé gets a strike there. It's a fraternal handicap final as the Sauvé brothers are playing the Lawrence brothers. We'll talk in depth about them as soon as scratch is over with. The Sauvés are getting 10 in that match. Tough spare and a part of the lane Randy hasn't seen yet on the spare. Oh! And a tremendous break to stay alive in the match as he gets the 3 off the back to pop right into the 10. A little junior carry there. First of all, that squasher that struck for him, and now the 3 into the 10 to keep his team right in it. Brian, so close, the title may ride on his paw. What a pretty ball. Man, he feels good. And what a scenario here in scratch. If Brian strikes out and if the other team follows with the strikeout, we would have a 248 tie. Just like any other tie, that would initiate a 1-shot roll-off. Even though it's doubles, we keep that as our tiebreaker.
Jeff, I bet you don't want to roll off.
I would love to see a roll-off here. I'd love to give all 4 of these guys titles, but we'll say I can't do that. Waddle off that time. Oh, and he gets the trip 4. Wasn't 10 back like his t-shirt says, but it was 10 down, and that's all that matters. that would be my bowling shirt. Pins go horizontal every time, please. These strikes on this ball, they cannot lose in regulation. I like that both teams had the juniors finished, by the way, kind of cool. Didn't have to be an adult junior team, it could be junior. Maybe the shot of his career. 10 in the pit. How good are these guys, folks? Lucas Rabb, he's got a couple handicap titles, but never been in the scratch division winner's circle. He must strike in the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. And then we go down to 1 shot. Well, all 4 of them are deadlined in. It's just a matter of execution. There's not a lot of margin for error out there, no matter the scores that you're seeing. There's one with another trip 4-9. I want to start catching some action over here because Mark Sauvé's working on a double, and they got a good match going. Make it a turkey for Team Sauvé. It's a spray of limbs and a spray of pins. Thank you. There we go. It's been a while since we had the spray of limbs on camera. Philip's been up in scratch most of this season, but he came down to bowl handicap with his brother. Look at these brothers getting along left and right all over handicap. And he doesn't get the Brooklyn to carry, but the Lawrences are clean with the strike, so they're still very much in their match. Lucas now in the 11th. A little wider. It gets back. Oh, baby. We have seen some tremendous 10th frame performances in our doubles tournaments this season. Brian Reed comes to mind. And here comes another one right here as Lucas needs this shot to tie it. see, you know, Butcher from Blanchard show up and you say, well, just give them the title match. No, our tour is way deeper than that, guys. Before I said the shot of Brian's career, here is the shot of Lucas's career. There, hold. Oh, the light hit wiggles and the 7th does not fall somehow. I thought that was going. And by a 248 to 247 margin, Brian Van Sickle's a JBT champ. Unbelievable. The pickle has been picked. What a heartbreaker for Lucas is down.
What?
That's a late reaction, but he has hit the floor. Listen, Lucas, hold your head up high. You threw the ball great. Just not to be. My goodness. I want to swing right over here where Kyle did get the double for the Lawrence team, and Connor not able to make it 3 in a row. But they're clean, so they're going to trail by the 10 on the scoreboard, plus the 10 more than they're giving roughly, as both these teams bowling well. We're going to stay right with this all the way to the end of this match. CJ, well done. Hard and straight, cross lane at the spare, nicely done. For the Lawrence that we don't see much of, usually, it's almost always Kyle, then it's usually Justin. Justin must have ditched us for some college thing or something today. Nah, with that. Baseball player Connor decided, I'll give this bowling thing a try today, and bam, here he is in the title match. Sauvé's made the top 5 in the Bowler of the Year race last year, and Mark, at least a threat again this year. Philip kind of paying his dues and scratch. Philip and Mark both with a bunch of titles. Kyle's got a couple. Hunter has 1, right? Hunter has the 1 title, and Justin still finally got off the line with 1. Bunch of winners here, that's what I'm saying. Toughest fair either of them have had to shoot, though, here in this title game, but he covers it. Well done, Mark. And big brother Philip gets that light mix in the 9th. He asked me earlier today, why, Jeff, why? Where has this been when I've been bowling scratch? We see it all the time. You know, you get up around that 190 average level in handicap, and you're just sick of the handicap by that point, so you bowl scratch, and then you fall apart when you bowl scratch. It's a mental thing more than anything. We know Philip can bowl. It's a matter of Philip convincing Philip that he can bowl. Great time here at Deer Valley today, a sold-out crowd. Thanks to the team here for hosting us. Big shot here for Kyle. No. And we have a new candidate for toughest spare they've had to shoot at in this match. 3-9-10. It's makeable. Tougher for a straight ball bowler like Kyle, because you got to find a way to carry out that back pin. You got to hit that 3 almost dead on, because you can't have too much deflection that you miss the 9, but it still has to deflect enough to hit the 10. Tough spare. 8th frame. No! Get it the other way. Wow. Excellence in the scratch division and excellence at the handicap level here too. So it's a 4-pin game here with 2 left. It's Connor and Kyle getting the 10. Are you? Where are you going? Lanyata, sir. Well done. Yeah. Do you mind? Okay, we got a couple friends. We would love to have you in. It was so good. Beautiful strike from Connor in the 9th. He'll let Mr. Desert Open finish in the 10th. so he's leading by 14 on the scoreboard, but giving 10 to Kyle and Connor. So it's a 4-pin game, and it will remain a 4-pin game.
Too much sometimes.
You're not leaving, are you?
No.
Okay.
I know you should know that I was Chris Thomas. When I knew I had to come.
As far as you know, were you the only one?
Yeah.
Attaboy. There we go. LeBrel wanted to point out that he was the only bowler that went to Christown today. Whoops. Another tough spare, and finally one bowler blinks, and unfortunately for Mark's team, it's him. First open of the title match between either team. Now they lead by 2, but are giving 10, so now they trail by 8 heading into the 10th. Game's up for grabs. Doubles title match. Boy, and after such solid bowling, now we've seen some vicious spares to shoot at. This is the same spare that Mark made in the 7th. Now Philip's got to make it in the 10 or else it's just about over. Again, tough for the straighter ball players. You got to carry out that back pin. Gotta have it. And he does. Nice job.
Yeah.
Philip is at 172 for an average. I can't believe it. Mark is at 150, Kyle at 160, and 140 for Connor, and they're putting on a show well above that level with great spare shooting. That's what we tell them every single tournament. It's going to win or lose the match, as it turns out. Oh, and a short count there. That might hurt as well. 5 count gives them 198. So they need 189 to win. 9 out is... Oh, isn't that fun? 189. All right, great. If Kyle gets 9 total on these 2 balls, we have a tie. Let me check. 189. What do we have? A win. So Kyle needs 9 total on these 2 balls. 9 out, 180, 189, 199. Yes. Any combination of 9 because they're working on a strike. Any combination of 8 would not be enough, so there won't be a tie this time. It's win or lose. Team Lawrence hoping he strikes and gets it over with. That's what he does. That's a funny looking Desert Open. Previously, that was the only thing Kyle was any good at winning. Deer Valley Desert Open, there's 2 words, a D, I don't know. You can kind of crowbar that in there somehow. Mark trying to go, what had happened was... Oh, they didn't give you the ball back? They're checking the ball for weights, how you did that in the 10th frame. That's right. Oh, thank you. What a bad time for that to happen. Does the ED pins 191? Kyle, you don't need it. You have it 1 even if you double gutter. So if you want to throw another ball, that's fine too. But no, you'll milk your camera time at 23 minutes in. All right, that's cool. Go for it. All right, there it is. So maybe this guy might play a little less baseball, a little more bowling if you just show up and win. I don't know. We'll talk about that. Philip and Mark, are you still going to be friends with each other? It's all right. Ah, I see. Oh, I see. This is more what I expected out of the brother teams. Well, oh my goodness.
I offered you to leave before the match. You didn't want to.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I had 20 more minutes to study.
Very good point. Tomorrow's our alumni event. Anybody who threw a ball in any of the previous 1,499 tournaments we've ran can bowl tomorrow.
And our Monday night meeting and our regular meeting, Philip and Kyle are partners.
Oh, is that right? Oh, now you tell me. That would have been great for the show. Oh dear. Gotcha. Well, Kyle just milking this camera time as well. So Dave's got places to go. Lucas has places to go. Can't she even strike out? Gee whiz. Listen, for guys coming in at 140, 160, they're going to bowl a clean 210. That's how you win some titles. Yeah. And only one open for the other team too, so really high quality stuff. Make your spares. Well, then Pickle's a winner. The day has arrived. I'd like to shoot my 10s down the one board like that. Great stuff out of all 8 finalists in this video. We'll do it again tomorrow for 1,500.